Good Wednesday morning to everyone. Welcome back to the Smithy Talks LFC channel. I hope you're all doing okay after the win last night against Inter 1-0 at the San Siro. I didn't actually get to watch most of the game. I watched the first half. Second half, I was at footy, so I didn't get to watch most of the game. So it is what it is. But I did see that we got an 88th minute winner. Watched the highlights back, but highlights don't do it for me personally. So all I can do is talk on the first half. So I'm going to brush over that game very quickly. We've got a bigger topic to talk about today, and that is the Mo Salah situation. Now, it has been 3 days. Sunday was the day this all came out. So I've gave myself quite a bit of time to think about it and give my own opinion, because I didn't want to make any rash decision and didn't want to jump into any opinions. And my opinion Sunday is very different to what it is today. So, yeah, everyone's going to have a different feeling on this. Everyone's going to not know what to do, because with it being Mo Salah, he's a club legend. You don't want to speak ill of him. But at the same time, he said some stuff that he probably shouldn't have said. So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So Salah starts his interview by basically saying, "I can't believe it. I'm very disappointed. I've done so much for this club. Everyone can see that over the years, especially last season. To be on the bench, I don't know why. I feel like the club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I feel." That's just the start of it. I'm not going to read the whole interview out because it's quite a long interview. It's about a 3-minute interview. And to read that out is quite long. But that's how he starts it. He's saying he's being thrown under the bus. I think he's being a bit dramatic at the minute, Salah. He's started 3 games on the bench. Should he have started 3 games on the bench? No. No, I don't think he should have done. I was calling for him to miss the game against West Ham. I thought he should have been benched for that because he's been poor this season. And to be fair, he did win. So maybe he did deserve to be benched for the next game. But against Sunderland, to be fair, against Sunderland, he came on at half-time. So he got a bit of game time. So yeah, he probably shouldn't have not started 3 games, but he definitely deserved to not start 1. But to react in the way he has, I think, is a bit over the top. I don't think... Obviously, we don't know what's going on inside the club at all. We don't know what's been said to him, how he actually feels, and the reason why he feels this way. But from what we're seeing on the pitch, he didn't deserve to start recently. And I understand that it's frustrating, especially when you're a good player. And, you know, the contract he would have signed basically would have called him the star player. He's going to play every game. That is basically probably the mandatory thing for Salah. He wants to play every game. He wants to be the main man. Because that is what Salah is. He tries to be the main man all the time. He wants to be the centre of attention. He is a bit of a selfish person. It's as simple as that. But everyone is in football. There's so many great players who are selfish and have a bit of an ego. Cristiano Ronaldo is the biggest. I'm not even comparing him to Cristiano Ronaldo, because Cristiano Ronaldo is even worse in my opinion. I think he's got an ego higher than Mount Everest. It's absolutely a joke. But at times, Mo Salah can be selfish. He thinks about himself. Like, for example, Jamie Carragher's comments. I agree with Jamie Carragher on some things. Exactly like he only comes out when it's for himself. I don't really see Salah coming out to do interviews for the club, around the club situation, or anything to do with the team. The only time that happens is after a final or something, and he'll basically have to be forced to do a post-match interview. But the only other time he actually accepts it is when he's had a quality game and he wants to be interviewed for it. Or, you know, he's got a weird situation like against Jurgen Klopp and West Ham last season. Not last season, the season before. He's had many issues, Mo Salah, where he's done stuff like this, and it's only for the betterment of himself and not for his teammates. There was also a part of the interview where he said something along the lines of, "I'm not better than everyone, but I deserve to be starting. I've earned my place." Well, then you are inferring that you are better than everyone, because no one's place is cemented at Liverpool. It just isn't. You shouldn't have the God-given right to be like, yeah, I should be in that starting 11 every week. And none of them players will. None of them will. Maybe Virgil van Dijk, maybe. And obviously you. But Dominic Szoboszlai wouldn't be thinking that. Curtis Jones, who's been a quality player this season, hasn't moaned once about his game time. Chiesa, Jesus Christ, he hasn't moaned once. And I know he's not the stature of player that Mo Salah is, but still, he deserves it more than Mo Salah has recently. And to be fair, the fact that Chiesa didn't play yesterday, I feel so bad for the kid. I actually do. Was it an illness? There was a weird moment in the press conference as well, where Arne Slot said he was ill, and one of the reporters was like, what illness? And he's like, Are you a doctor? Like, why are you asking me that? I think the reporter was like, get him out his fucking cage and let him play. I personally think that the reason Salah has come out and done this interview at the time that he did was because I think he wants the manager sacked. He's saying that he has no relationship with the manager at all anymore compared to last season when he had quite a good relationship. This season, it's non-existent apparently. Why? We don't know. We will never know. And he's also saying that someone wants him out of the club. We don't know if he meant Arne Slot or Richard Hughes or anyone else in the club. We have no idea. And that's the thing. We're not going to hear from Salah for a while. And he did put up an Instagram post. I'll put it on screen right now. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. No caption, just an image, just a picture. And that was all he put. The day we went to Inter Milan. And got the win without him. So it doesn't really look good on him. It looks better on Arne Slot now. But the problem happening now is that it's caused a divide in the Liverpool community. It's going to cause people to have to take sides, which isn't a good thing. Some people are on the side of Slot, some people are on the side of Salah. Me personally, I'm kind of in the middle. I would choose Salah over Slot all day of the week. But it puts Slot in a difficult position, and I don't think he's done much wrong. Obviously, we don't know what's going on inside the club, but from the outside looking in, it seems like Mo Salah's in the wrong, and I think he needs to apologise to get things back on track. But the sad reality is, the way I see this ending is Mo Salah leaving in January. I can't see it happening any other way. I think that is the sad reality of what's going to happen. A club legend is going to leave in a January transfer window to probably Saudi Arabia. If we can get a decent bit of money, then it's a bit less of a blow. But will they come in with loads of money? I know it's Saudi Arabia, but in January, I don't know. And especially if Salah's pushing for a move to leave, they're not going to have to spend much. Liverpool aren't going to keep him around if he wants to leave. And they're not going to treat him ill. They're just not. So I don't think Arne Slot will be sacked anytime soon. Of course, we have got the Man City Real Madrid game tonight, right? And I have seen reports that it could be Xabi Alonso's last game. If he does not get a result there, he could lose his job, which I'd jump at the idea at, because if we can get Xabi Alonso, I would even after yesterday's win, I would take Xabi Alonso. At this point in time, I would. We have to see if he gets a result against Brighton. I think that does buy him more time, because Brighton's a very difficult game, but we are at home, so we should be winning. I mean, it's been a difficult game every year we've played them, but we always usually win at home. We always usually do well. So if that doesn't happen this time and Xabi Alonso does get sacked, it wouldn't surprise me if Liverpool move in for him. And that is the only way for me how Salah actually stays and doesn't leave in January. That is the only way. But with the way the club are, I don't see him sacking him. I just don't, to be honest. So it's very mixed. It's mixed bag. And it's hard to talk about. It really is, because you don't know what side to stand on. Salah, I think he's a bit in the wrong, but at the same time, I don't want to say too much, because I love the man. He's brought me so many good moments over the years. But all we can do is wait and see what the future brings. So let me know what you boys think in the comments. Let me know how you think this is going to plan out. Are you worried? I'm very worried personally. So yeah, I'll see you boys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.